We got some great guests in the booth with me on tonight. Please get out and support the Florida Star newspaper. Website info@thefloridastar.com, info@thefloridastar.com. Telephone number is 904-766-8834. At this time, gentlemen, if you would, please go around the room and introduce yourself.
Hakeem Bolligan. I'm with the Jacksonville Community Action Committee.
Awesome.
Dr. Randy Sewell, pastor of Solid Rock Baptist Church, and also founder of Community 365.
Go ahead, let's rock with the rock.
All right. Bishop Darrell Lewis, Darrell Lewis Foundation, also the Bishop of Alliance Partners International for Evangelism.
Awesome. And the Bishop Darrell Lewis Foundation presents Thanksgiving Gala 2019. That's going to be November 23rd, starting at 5 p.m. Address is going to be at the Omni Hotel downtown, 245 Water Street, Jacksonville, Florida. The contact number to order your tickets, they're $55, is 904-775-3814. 775-3814. But we got a great issue I want to start and lead with pertaining to JSO. Brother Hakeem, tell us a little bit about your organization and some of the things that's going on with the JSO budget.
Right, so I'm with Jacksonville Community Action Committee. We're a grassroots, Black-led organization, and we organize against the police in the city in terms of transgressions to the Black community or any community in general. We have to hold them accountable. So that's what we do. We stage protests, sit-ins, we speak with people who have been wronged by the police, and we speak out in general against the city budget and the increased city spending on the police.
Wow, right on. So talk to us. What are some of these transgressions that the average person who says, listen, I'm just glad we got police officers, but they're not aware of how much of our tax dollars are actually being utilized or underutilized or mismanaged?
Right. So about 40%, 42% of the city's budget goes to JSO. That's roughly $440 million, a little more, a little less, right?
$440 million.
$440 million.
A year.
A year.
Wow.
And that's
crime paid.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing is that's actually an increase from the previous year. So in 2018, JSO got a $36 million increase in their yearly budget. This year, 2019, they're requesting about, I think, $46 million increase for their operating budget for the year. 2020 is going up again. It's going to keep going up every year. And the problem with this is that we're seeing that the extra money they're being given isn't actually reducing crime.
Wow.
Because we keep hearing about crime is going up in Jacksonville. If crime is going up and we're paying the police more, why haven't these crime rates gone down? And we know that because policing does not stop crime. There needs to be a huge economic stimulus package in this city.
And now elaborate, when you say stimulus package, what does that consist of?
Right. So we want to redirect the funds that would go into JSO, right?
Right.
So let's say the 38 million that was given to JSO extra in 2018. We need to take that 36 million, put it into the Black entrepreneurs in the city so we can start creating some jobs, right?
Wow.
We need to take, so let's put it like this. If we cap the JSO at 25% of the city's budget, that's about $130 million a year we'd save, right? Mm-hmm. We could change Jacksonville in 5 to 10 years, completely rebuild the whole city with that kind of money.
Now, I think on a previous segment, you brought about something pertaining to the city council. I ran for city council for District 7. One of my catchphrases was, where there is no reinvestment, there can be no revitalization. What are some of the things, because when you look at $130 million of disposable, discretionary tax dollars, and you look at some of these most underserved but high crime communities, what are some of the things? Now, you did mention a solution earlier, invest in some Black businesses or startup businesses.
Yes.
Obviously, we do have to make sure that they have the infrastructure, maybe take them through JSEB, Jacksonville Small Emerging Businesses, or some type of template to where the city can see some type of ROI. But is there anything else that you recommend outside of assisting with those black businesses.
Right. So we need a massive public infrastructure.
Go
works.
ahead. He sounded like Dr. Martin
Project.
Luther King now.
We need that in Jacksonville. Everyone knows. We go through our community. We see the roads. We see the condition of the soil. That's part of public works too.
Right.
Where it's raining more and more every year, and we're seeing parts of the city just erode
The
from the
sewer
rain.
systems.
Sewer
Yes.
systems.
Yes.
Yeah.
Horrible.
They're terrible.
And you're right, Bishop, because one of the things that Jacksonville doesn't have is impact fees. And impact fees, when you have these housing developments, these housing projects, home development areas, what happens is that a lot of them, they don't have to pay impact fees, which is a one-time tax, which goes into your public works or your infrastructure and or policing, ambulatory as far as emergency systems, and public education.
Right.
So when you get a chance to play and you don't have to pay, that means that a lot of developers are making money hand over fist, but then the citizen who actually is going to be living here, their quality of life is being stronghold, basically.
Right. And think about it like this: we could use that money to help keep rent affordable. We could we can redevelop a lot of these dilapidated homes. There are so many homes I come past every day in Jacksonville that are condemned, full of mold, rodents, anything you could think of. That money can be spent on that. We could also, New York City, I think, public college is free in New York. If you go to one of the city public colleges, you can go there for free.
Wow.
Because we're talking about $1 billion+ over 10 years we would save if we cap JSO at 25%. Every kid in the city could go to FSCJ for free.
You know what? With $130 million, I can see that. And another thing that you just kind of like triggered in my mind is that when we look at the best way to solve a crime is to prevent one. And when you're looking at from preventative measures, our parks and recreations, non-emergency officers, meaning that if we had a non-emergency officer that was actually at the parks and recreation, I was out in the Blossom homes, and during the winter and the fall, you know, we lose daylight. Dr. Sewell, I had young men telling me, listen, it's 6 o'clock. All I want to do is just shoot some hoops, but nobody's here to cut the light on.
Yeah.
So they have lights, but no one's turning the lights on.
That's a perfect spot to have a non-emergency officer to where our children feel safe, and at the same time, somebody's there for accountability purposes.
I think,
That's-
Deshaun, really and truthfully, let's cut through the chase. We need city council people who are for the people.
Yes.
Yes.
Period.
Yes.
That's what we really got to work on, electing city officials who are for the people and not necessarily for the mayor. There's a big difference.
Man.
And this is one of our biggest issues.
So that cronyism has kind of taken a toll on the city where we don't have actually a seat at the table, and those of us who are at the table, they're just enjoying the good eating that they're giving the people, the crumbs that are falling from Master's table.
Say it like it is.
Yeah, and another thing that I was also looking at and brainstorming on, Brother Hakeem, was what if we had like a junior ROTC but a junior JSO, being able to get some of our young people plugged into the policing, whether through the emergency side or the non-emergency side, to where it could build into community policing and build a social equity. Do you have any thoughts on that?
I think we have enough people in the city who think like us in this room that if that happened, we could flood the police department, change the culture, and change how it's, I guess, how we see policing, right? They don't have to be so reactionary. I know we talk about crime in the city, but everyone isn't getting robbed. Everyone isn't dying. And sometimes we might not us, but they might sensationalize what's really going on. We have problems in the city, but I don't think it's to the point where people should be afraid of going to the police because they think they might do something to them because it's so dangerous, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Well, I like to say on that, you know, I've seen them on, drugs are everywhere. Crime is everywhere on all sides of town. But I see a harping in on the inner city and urban communities
Right.
of the police flooding those communities and not necessarily even stopping anyone that they see on the other side of town with blatant crime.
Right.
So there's some things going on there that are not fair, and
Biases.
yes. So definitely some things we need to comb through as a community to make a difference for everybody. That we're all on the same playing field, so to speak.
And that was one of the things that we worked on with the action plans for the zones,
Okay.
was to work on the relationship between community and law enforcement because of those unconscious biases that the police department has, and they show it more so in our communities than they do in any other communities. And so we are actually working on the action plans that we have in place, and maybe when I come back, maybe on one show we can talk about the action plan that Zone 1 has. Those action plans basically point out the fact of the police department learning how to interact with our community.
Cultural community.
Yes.
Policing. And listen, we gotta get ready to take a break, but before we do, Brother Hakeem, can you tell the people how to get in contact with you? Is there a telephone number, email address, website, social media page?
Right. So we go by social media. You can find us at Jacksonville Community Action Committee on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I just want to say one more thing. Everyone support Councilman Garrett L. Dennis from District 9. He voted no against the city's budget to increase JSO funding. He cited the work that the Community Action Committee is doing among the other organizations like Jacksonville Youth Works. So if we want to get this going, we need to support people who are supporting us.
Amen.
Councilman Garrett L. Dennis, that's a good man. Let's support him and make sure he can stay in office.
Awesome. Listen, this is your guest host, Nashawn Nix, with the Florida Star Newspaper Impact Radio Show. Get out and support the Florida Star Newspaper. You can order online, subscribe online, info@thefloridastar.com, info@thefloridastar.com, or dial 904-766-8834, 904-766-8834.